Cause it rain grease. I put it on the map. Stupid ass.
They got this new little setting. Like, why can't I make it full screen? Yo, can I make it? Oh, it's still saying my connection unstable. What you want, bro? Why my connection unstable? Hello, just gotta get feedback from Mo 6 so he can tell me which one of these new joints makes sense. What is this? Sharing media. Yo, mirror my camera. Okay. That ain't gonna work. Okay, so that's it. Now, what's this one? Okay, we got that. You're all I need.
Yes. Man, he's like
yeah. What are you on? No, I am live. Yeah, I'm live.
Make me stay.
Oh yeah, listen to it. Let me know. I'm gonna cycle through a few different ones and just tell me how which one sound the best. All right, man. So this is just a little tester right now. We're using the Yeti microphone.
Yeti.
This is a This is one actually is really good for podcasting. It's a blue mic. I actually got this as a gift from. Oh, we good. Everybody can be heard on this. And actually, I could cut the sound up too if we need to. So,
mic check 1 2 1 2.
Yeah, so we should be good. I just gotta make sure. You know what? I gotta make sure this one not muted though, because it's too. That's the only thing with this one. Let me see something.
God, that's the way it had it because it was already pulled, right?
Oh yeah, right. Yeah. Right. I thought so. Well, I'm gonna be quiet. Okay, I'm gonna be quiet for a second and then let T Knight. Like, well, you just heard him speak. Is T Knight decent too?
Decent.
Damn. Okay.
I'm in the background. Test.
Hold on. All right. Well, you can't. Well, you know what? My voice louder anyway. I've always. That motherfucker might be decent right there. All right, hold on. All right.
Good.
Why don't you just sit right there, bro? Yeah. Man don't know how to get on no podcast. Man, Lois here. Hey, y'all. It's me, Terrence. We need a bigger table. That round table would have actually been the best type of situation. Yeah, well, it was cold. So. I mean, we could move it. We actually could move all the shit there, though, because it was cold when you first started, but you got here an hour. Yeah. Got here an hour later, shit, so. Oh, yeah, all right. Let me check. I'm going to put on one more camera, though. I mean, one more audio. Let's see. So we got the Yeti, and then
on the dude in front, and he was actually the son of the one that they was burying. They got crazy.
Say. All right, let me get you one of these, man. This your shit.
Hell no.
This your shit.
Hell no.
That's your shit,
What is
blood.
that?
Spirit dog. That's your shit, blood. That's your shit.
Hell no. Okay, they changing my shit for. Fuck. Hate this shit. Why you change? Shit. Damn. They put no formulas in it. So bogus. Yeah, this shit down to a science.
Boy, say one from Chicago.
She do look for me.
All right, man. Let's start it off.
I used to think I was never meant to be beautiful. You work within my budget and
Oh, duh. Okay. Because this was a Chicago concert.
This is recent.
So this is Jimelita Tillman. She runs the Harold Washington Cultural Center, leads their award-winning theater group. This video has been, I mean, it is blowing up. I mean, tens of millions of views. And she is here. I think we can't show the last bit of this. I don't know if we can show just how intense this guy is.
Look at this black girl over here.
Wonderful.
Yeah, I know what that's
You
doing.
did not pay for this kind of exposure. 30
Oh, this is her.
million people.
That's crazy.
Are licking
Wait,
cheers.
no, they-
Let's get into it.
Is that what we weren't seeing?
Yes, let's get into it. It's a family
Do
show.
they not have a concession stand there?
He brought them out. Like, Usher's a big Fosse fan. I'm a big Fosse fan. He once played Billy Flynn in Chicago.
Yeah.
I'm from Chicago.
Yeah.
I locked right in. When he came around with those cherries, I said, well, life is a bowl of cherries. I'll take one, maybe two. And I'm really excited. I'm embracing it. This is whole moniker of Auntie Cherry. I'm just going to embrace it. I'm a woman that's coming of age, and now I'm a retired homeschool mom. I was there while I was retired. Happened to catch the show while I was looking at other theaters for our theater festival. We're looking to produce. The Harold Washington will be in London producing some shows. And I said, Usher's in town. Well, let me go check it out. Did not see this happening.
Did you?
Wow.
Were you in the front row? You never met Usher?
So-
How did it happen?
Well, in this particular instance, there's this area where you sit, and it's funny because they say, Mr. Raymond's going to walk past here. Do not move. He's going to be just walking through.
Okay.
He wasn't even supposed to stop where we were. It was like magnetic, and he smells like vacation.
He said the,
Why did he pick you?
said the man smelled like vacation, boy. Women are crazy.
But you see what I'm saying?
Women
That's
are
a,
nuts.
that's a fantasy. It's a fantasy.
All right, so
it's a fantasy, bro.
in the aftermath of seduction.
Aftermath or constant.
Yeah, I mean, you know, in the aftermath of going 10 million viral by Mr. Seduction, Mr. Cherry himself.
Why you let the woman finish? I want to see what she had to say about it. We gotta
I'll let it go.
Yeah, we gotta see what she's talking about. She's the last part she left on. You smell like vacation. I want to.
Well, it was
Why not, Larry? Why not?
One of the young ladies was telling him I'm a retired homeschool mom, and that this should be her moment, not hers. And the lady was from the UK, and he said, well, come on over here because I just finished homeschool. Yes, ma'am. And so he brought me closer, and I locked in. I brought out all the Broadway magic that I had, but it was easy. He has a magnetic personality, and I'm really excited about this opportunity because now the Harold Washington is getting a lot of play. People are following things that my daughter is doing it, but with that does come some ups and downs.
Oh yeah.
So
Yeah.
I first saw this on X. Somebody shared the video and said the description of the video was that like this woman, her husband divorced her because of her connection with Usher and everything else. So that's just completely not true.
That is
Just to get that out there, because a lot of people are seeing this video in that context.
Completely false. I am single. I am a retired homeschool mom looking to expand the arts here and across the pond. I am single. You got a cherry, give me a jingle. Who knows?
She's got
Yeah.
cherry earrings.
You can't see them, but they're cherry
Well,
earrings.
it's a lot of pressure on a guy after Usher. How do you follow up with that?
Yeah.
Listen, if you lock in and you love Broadway musical theater and you like to stamp your passport, you might have a shot.
Talk about homeschooling.
Oh yeah, listen.
But they don't like do no research though.
Can you tell us what you were saying to Usher? Is it appropriate or not? Like,
This is such a Broadway musical moment. I am.
The man really wanted the man like mess. He what a mess at. Ain't none, man.
Man,
I mean, you can't go off of that was on all the publications. Yeah, Joe Budden.
I mean,
everybody talking about that shit.
but it has kind of stirred up in the past where Keke Palmer.
Yeah, Keke Palmer for sure.
You know what I'm saying? Like
That's the damn near home wreck on this tour, boy.
you know what
For
I'm saying?
real.
But I mean, in the excitement of it all, let's just hypothetically say she was married.
Right.
And her husband did divorce her, like the headline said. So let's just hypothetically go with that. So I'm gonna go first. I'm a married man, and like, I mean, I've seen it all. You know what I'm saying? Like Keke Palmer and everything. So me as a man, I'm very secure in my situation in my marriage.
Right.
And we know that Usher is probably one of the top, male entertainers of all time.
Mm-hmm.
And he's been doing this since the pandemic. You know what I'm saying? I mean, the Cherries is, something new on his tour, but that's just what he does. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to just chalk it up and let her have 15 minutes of fame. You know what I'm saying? But as long as it don't get too graphic or, like X-rated, which I'm pretty sure he's not, because, I mean, the rumor has, he might get herpes or something. You know what I'm saying? So
Man, he trying to get motherfuckers sued. He is trying to
allegedly,
Man, that man still getting boxed, man.
I mean,
herpes ain't a death sentence.
I mean, think about it. Him and R. Kelly have the same girl. We never know. We never know.
Man, listen, it ain't a death sentence, so
Oh,
it ain't like AIDS.
Yeah.
But
I mean,
still,
it's not
it ain't going nowhere either. That just sucks about the whole situation.
He ain't married though.
Yeah, Usher is married. But I'm pretty sure it's just all entertainment. I mean, think about it. Back in the day, in order to be a successful R&B singer, you had to be single and seductive yourself. So, I mean, you just playing
certain conditions got to be met.
And plus, serenading is like the most old school thing that you know what I'm saying, a woman can have. You know what I'm saying? Like guys don't serenade their woman no more.
Yeah.
So I think it's just entertainment.
You got to serenade with this dick. That's what Deion Cole would say.
It's just serenading.
Serenade with this dick.
I mean, I don't see nothing wrong with it. It's just, all in the name of love, of entertainment.
Yeah. But if the woman was married, though, would divorce be on the ticket, though?
I mean,
hypothetically, you're a married man. Let's just say that was your wife.
Well,
are you? And when she come in the door, are you handing them papers?
Well, not necessarily, but the dude said, the fake dude or whoever said this that came out and said she don't even kiss me in public, but she doing this to Usher.
Yeah, what happened? Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like that is kind of tricky,
God.
If it plays out like that, like you don't even hold my hand or look at me like that when I, you know what I'm saying? Just like Tay was talking about earlier, you know what I'm saying? If you don't look at me the same way you looking at Usher, then or haven't been in 10, 15 years, then yeah, it might be a problem.
Yeah,
or it might be me. maybe I ain't bringing something to the table that, you know what
You
I'm
gotta
saying?
smell like vacation.
I don't smell like vacation.
Yeah, what cologne you up?
Man, I got
That smell like vacation,
that
bro.
smell like vacation.
Hey, you know what I want to try? I want to try it's called Imagination by I want to say Dolce and Gabbana, but I know it ain't Dolce and Gabbana. But it's like a $400 cologne. It's called Imagination. It's I want to try that shit.
I mean, shit, that's a good segue. Like, hey, what is vacation to you, Drake?
As in a sense,
As in a sense.
vacation to me in a sense definitely smells tropical.
At the crib.
It smells tropical. I'm smelling rainforest. I'm smelling champagne or maybe a tequila mixed up in there, some wood, and like some shea butter or something.
Shea butter,
Yeah.
baby.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I mean, for me,
Vacation.
I'm going with something simple. You know what I'm saying? At home I got the Versace Arrows, right? And then I got
But see, that's regular.
I mean,
regular,
it
bro.
might be regular, but at the same time,
That's regular, bro. Let me ask you
but you know what?
This what I want. Louis Vuitton, Imagination.
Okay.
Get you some of that, man.
But look though, see the best thing for a married man, you let your wife go pick out what she like. Yes. That's what it's about. Like you let her go.
Nah, I don't know. I mean, that's probably why I'm not a married man neither, because I feel like that ruins the element of surprise. Because I'm a type of person who always like to just change. Like I don't want you to get so used to me, because this is what make women really want to go be with somebody else. I know what you smell like. I know what you look like. I know all this. But if I'm constantly on the hunt for just change, choosing different scents, choosing different this, then yeah. But I get what you're saying though, because some women be like, no, keep it like that and don't change it. But I think as a man, if you're giving that woman that much power to dress you, to make you smell a certain way, then that's when she may never get bored of it.
So wouldn't the element?
But I don't know. That's just my
But
opinion.
wouldn't the element of surprise be like, you know what I'm saying? You're open to knowing what she likes instead of just being like, I'm gonna go get my own shit.
I don't believe women do what they like though.
That's what I'm saying though. That's surprise element, right? Like
No.
she come up to you, she suggests that you wear this cologne because she maybe
Smelled it on another man.
Maybe she smelled it on another man.
Yeah.
And
Where else he gonna smell it? Shit.
I mean, if you like my wife, she actually goes to the store. Like her mom used to work in the cologne perfume department.
Yeah.
And she used to be a sales lady. And so she used to bring a lot of samples and stuff when, companies used to come to Macy's and have samples or whatever, she would bring it home. So my wife literally loves scents.
I got you. But doesn't that also say that I don't like your taste?
Well, that's the thing. So, all right. So I'm a little different, right? So I didn't have no signature scent, right?
But I'm actually
mine was always soap and water. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't sweat, I don't perspire that much. You know what I'm saying? Like
you don't feel like vacation.
I mean, I got my
Smell like ham
deodorant.
hocks.
You know.
Man,
but
like,
look though. So I was
fresh
like, all
hocks.
right, I'm a grown man now. You know what I'm saying? Like, all right, let me go ahead and get me a signature scent.
Right.
I went out and I literally went to store looking for this scent that will please me first. But then the second thing, all right, I like it, but do my wife like it? You know what I'm saying? Because she met me in the middle where there's some scents that makes me itch. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm allergic to it. And she had to come to grips that I'm allergic to it. And guess what she did? She threw her shit away. Or went, exchange it for something else. And so then the element of surprise is one day I was like, hey, babe, you should go get me some cologne, whatever you like for Christmas or whatever. She went out and got it, came back. She said, how this smell? I'm like, damn, this do smell good. You know what I'm saying? And then I started wearing it. To her, I smell like vacation. Whether she smelled it on another man, which I'm pretty sure she hasn't, but she's a guru. Like she's a connoisseur of smells, perfumes, colognes, and different. Like she loves that shit. So I think that all men should be open to get something that they want to, would like. You know what I'm saying? Even if she smells it on the man or not. What y'all say? Twinsers.
You married. I ain't got nothing to say, Chad. Me personally, you married, so that's how you feel.
I'm pretty sure you desire to be that.
I'm telling you what it is. You can go off what I'm saying, or you cannot. When I grew up, my stepfather always had on cologne and shit, so I always wanted to smell good, look good. I always bought colognes. Like, it's just now that I'm older, I get more elaborate colognes. It might cost $300, $400 for a bottle that I purchase now. And when I put that shit on, everybody be, damn, you smell good as hell. So, you know what I mean? Like we was talking about the Sauvage. I got the Sauvage, not like the parfums and all that stuff. I actually have the elixir. I got the elixir. Because I want to try that, but also it got lavender in it, so I understand that. Like,
that's the same.
Exactly. So these are certain things that I like. But I also like trying different stuff. I walked past this white woman one day, and I smelled them. Damn. You smell. To me, she smelled like everything Dreams was made of, and the scent that she was wearing though was made of. What she was wearing though was
Le
Labo Santal 33, and I smelled that shit, so I went and bought it for myself because it's a unisex smell.
Right.
And I just remember spraying that shit on. I was at work and I was just like twirling in a circle, like, damn, wow. You know what I'm saying? It's what Dreams made for me. You feel me? Like, so I'm just saying, like, I feel like when I just feel like, and again, that's what I'm saying for me, and that's probably why I'm not married. I don't like being the guy that you're getting. Like, no, I like to me, it sounds like to me, like you said with your wife, she know who T Night is, she know how so I can go do this. I don't personally want that, but what works for somebody else don't work for everybody else. So I just don't ever want a woman to get used to me or so like I know exactly who you is. Right. Like you want to, like, again, a person would tell you like, damn, bro, you change so much all the time. Don't get used to that. I like 2 slices of bacon, some toast, and some eggs. Don't get used to that. Nah, because that was last year of me. And I feel like when a person is consistently changing, like, and again, when some people in relationships and married, I think that's what like ultimately lead them to get bored. Where it's like, I know what you finna bring to the table. I know what you finna do. I know how we finna have sex. I know how you finna look at me. I know all this stuff. Like, but if you like, I feel like if you constantly switching it up and changing, then it'll catch a woman off guard. She can never get used to you. So it's like, damn, this dude is like, it's like I'm dating 10 guys in one. You know what I mean? Like, as opposed to this one, I know my husband. I know he not gonna call me till 6 o'clock. I know like when the person gets so they just know you. And nothing wrong with that either though. Nothing wrong with that. Like, it's my birthday, I'm like, shit, what type of donut I eat at, motherfucker? Because I know what type of, like she said, go to the store, get a donut, whatever. I know what type of donut she want. I'm like, what type of donut I eat? She apple fritter. All right, man, you don't know shit about me. It's like, what the fuck you talking about? I mean, those motherfucking apple fritters, man.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing though?
What?
That like you're constantly changing as a chameleon, and then like, does that play into trust issues?
Nah, shit, I don't give no fuck. like, because the thing is, that element of your woman should trust you regardless, but it's still the element of want you. Like, if a woman still feels like, yo, I want him like that. Like, that's what I like.
So what's the difference between, all right, so schizophrenic or multiple personalities versus what you're saying? What's the difference?
Because I think you're the same person. It's just the stuff you're doing is different and you're changing. Like, you might, again, every Friday we go to Wingstop. I'm just the type of person like, yo, nah, let's not do that this Friday. Let's just go out to eat. It'll be a total surprise as opposed to well, we got our date set up for every Tuesday afternoon. We gonna meet here. Da da da. It's more just again. I think it's more of a spontaneous type of thing.
So you
to me,
be more spontaneous.
No, I ain't saying do nothing. I'm telling you, me.
No, I'm saying you're saying be spontaneous because you'll get this reaction.
I feel like the woman won't get. Feel like a woman won't get tired of you because it'll keep her on her toes. Like if she's on her toes, she should be thinking.
You won't get bored.
Yeah, exactly.
Women get bored. Boy, they like playthings, boy. For real. Women
at least I think that way. Again, I ain't married. You married. So
women are childish.
Again, your idea is totally different. So,
but okay. So if my idea is different, so men that desire to be married should follow my advice.
No, but all marriages are different.
Okay,
that's the only thing.
Well, not
it works for you because it works for you.
The journey to marriage, you have to kind of meet in the middle.
That's only if you believe in that. If you're an alpha male, you don't believe in that shit. You're just looking at it like, no, you're gonna do what the fuck I say.
Okay,
that's it. You want to be married, you're gonna do the fuck I say. You might want to. I mean, not wrong meeting people in the middle though. But again, that's what I'm saying. It's probably why I'm not married. My ideals is probably too like just. And a woman ain't finna. Who gonna get married when they're like, no, you talking about I gotta do this and I gotta do that. I'm cool. We just be boyfriend girlfriend shit. Ain't nothing wrong with that either.
Marriage is difficult anyway. Easy to get married, hard to stay married.
Oh God.
Because
man said, "Oh my God, like you know, how long you been married now?
7 years.
So then it ain't that hard.
No, it's hard.
Well, how long y'all been together though? Before you got married? So 2 years, 2 years before you got married. Mm-hmm. So y'all been together for a total of 9 years. Yep. It's almost a decade. It ain't that hard. Yeah. Unless she bored.
No, she's not bored.
I mean,
we do things.
It ain't hard then. But I get what you're saying. But I'm gonna tell you why you feel like it'll be hard. Because as a man, you're acquiescing a lot. You are going to acquiesce. But that's why I said I don't want to get into a situation like that. Because the moment you get in that, you got to stay in that. And as a man, you gotta. I'm a lion. But you got to go in that cage when that woman come around.
I will say the first couple years, I will say the most difficult part is when you're trying to get out your single.
Man, what is he watching? I love gagging my straight me and friend.
Yeah, I don't know nothing about that game. I'm trying to find a shorty that was talking about that with the kids that I put in the group earlier.
What kids?
She said she needed 130K.
Oh, yeah.
No, my fault. What you saying, though, tonight?
Oh shit! I was just saying, like the first couple years, you have to get out your single. Like you're trying to get out your singleness, right? Because you so used to just being by yourself, doing your thing.
Yeah.
And then like now you got to think about groceries. You got to think about we gotta go, to the store to get this so we can have it in the house because I know you like that, I like that, or whatever. We gotta keep it in the house. That was difficult. And then, of course, when you have kids, now it's, I gotta feed her, him, the whole family.
I was just thinking about that shit the other day. I took it's 5 of us, so you take the whole family. That's why I'm like, shit. Nah, I'll be cool with just 3 motherfuckers. So it ain't that much. I probably spend like 125. But when it's 5 y'all, and like we went to the Bulls game, I bought everybody matching outfits, and then tickets, and then something to eat, and then
that was a whole outing. That was a date. Shit.
That was a wrap. Damn. That's what it was. So that's what I'm saying. Is like, shit, Matt, you gotta buy 5 pair of shoes type shit. Come on, man.
Damn, I cannot find that video, man.
This what shit. It was on because I had a comment about it on what was it? Shade Room.
It was on Shade Room.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's see if it's on the Shade Room then.
Come on, you gotta have this loaded. I was an hour late. Still didn't get it.
I was asking Tay where the shit was at, man.
He always blame everybody else. This is his crib, his stuff. He could have been over there. What did he tell us? When I was at home and sleep all day, I worked too hard.
I worked too
Come on,
hard.
bro. They had all this ready, bro.
My feet together.
All this time, man.
Told the man. I told the man how to do it, man. Make a note, drop all the stuff in there so it's in one central location.
Come on, man.
Told the man how to do it.
I rub my feet together because I work hard.
Hey man, work hard,
They
guys.
call me Twinkle Toes.
Work hard, guys. Work hard, guys, man. Well, what about the money thing, man? What y'all talking about with the money thing, man?
What money thing?
Twin had some money stuff to talk about.
Oh yeah, the S&P.
No, we was just talking about the
You saying the Dow went up?
yeah.
Nah, because I was saying that's the best thing we should do is talk about specific topics. You sports,
Yeah,
I'm community, he money.
Man, get into the Dreamville, man.
Dreamville.
Yeah, that was Dreamville. You just went to Dreamville, man. Salute to you for going to Dreamville. Ain't that? I heard J. Cole said that was his last joint, right?
So he kind of cleared it up. He had a little clarification. He said that under the Dreamville moniker, it's not going to be the Dreamville Fest anymore, but it's going to be under a different name. But he's still going to be involved in the festival. And I'm pretty sure he just using his namesake just to bring, certain artists to the fest until they can get on their feet and do whatever it is. Because people love J. Cole. People consider him as one of the GOATs. So if he taps you on the shoulder and say, "Hey, can you come do my fest?" I'm pretty sure 9 times out of 10 somebody's gonna come. That's a big name to his fest because he's had 5 of them, and I would say all of them have been successful. So boom, we at Dreamville. This is my 3rd year going, and like it draws at least 50,000 people each day.
Mm-hmm.
So you got, you got some of the top artists in the industry, some old, some up and coming, and the average cost is like $400-500 or whatever. What makes it unique is that you can get on a payment plan or you can pay up front or whatever it is, but the lineup don't drop until at least a month before, before the festival, which brings a little mystique to it, a little mystery to it, the anticipation of the lineup drop. And it's kind of like it brings more excitement. And then when you finally see the lineup and you look, you like, damn, like the first year with Drake, fucking Usher. You know what I'm saying? Like,
So you buy the tickets before you know who's gonna be there?
yeah.
Mm.
And so, but you going off the strength of J. Cole because he
Right, J. Cole gonna be there.
and
For
then
sure.
the Dreamville lineup, the Dreamville artist is going to be there, like Earth Gang, Ari Lennox, JID, Boss. You know what I'm saying? These guys are automatically going to be there. So you going off the strength of that, and then like when lineup drop, like I said, it's the anticipation already. Like it builds. It's like the build up. Then you see it, be like, damn, Drake, Usher. You know what I'm saying? Like this year was Ludacris, fucking Cash Money, Keisha Cole. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like I automatically know that this lineup was, catered for the 35 and up.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? When you look at it from top to bottom, it was catered for 35 and up.
Yeah, Keisha Cole for sure.
But I mean, you do have your
Hot Boys.
You do have your
YNs for the YNs.
Yeah, you do have. Well, I mean, Young Nudie was there. Chief Keef was there, and I will.
Chief Keef was like 20, 30 now.
And 30. Yeah, he ain't old no. I mean, he ain't young no more. But I ain't gonna lie to you, like, man, I guess all those years of like being a YN and just doing whatever the fuck he want, and now he older, and now he gotta depend on touring and shit like that. That man has the worst stage presence ever. Like, you know what I'm saying? We from Chicago, we about to turn up, like, pistol through his throat. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I squeeze, he gon', you know what I'm saying? Like,
well, he been on tour for years, so it can't be that bad.
Nah, it's bad. Like, I don't know if it was that day or what, but that dude was trash. Like he had, I think Tato and the other guy rapping more than him. And I mean, he just got to do. I mean, Lil Durk did the same thing. The first year we went, it was Lil Durk, and Lil Durk just sat down on stage, no crowd participation, just rap.
Well, I'm hot.
You know what I'm saying? Niggas high, but that was just it, man. Like they just gotta learn to work on their stage presence, crowd participation, and getting everybody hyped. Because when Finado come on, people are supposed to already be hyped. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody was dry, you know. But other than that, I think it was a good turnout, man. Like to me, the best performance was Cash Money and Erykah Badu. You know what I'm saying? Like
She came with the BBL pants.
man, no, she ain't come with BBL, but she came with her voodoo though.
What you mean?
You know how she like you talk about serenading, like she's the female version of Usher in a way where like she knows what she's doing. She know her you know, she put that voodoo on the guys and their career ain't never the same. So I'm in the crowd like, yeah, put that voodoo on me. You know what I'm saying?
Put that voodoo on me.
Hear about black men.
They don't get married.
You gonna find the video?
Nah, not that one. So I just went with some of the ones that I sent myself.
It should be easy because she was like, she got 3 kids. This is her requirements.
Right.
What's the narrative that we hear about black men?
Is this
They
the,
don't get married.
They don't get
No,
married.
they don't like who?
Is this the poor
Oh, they don't
minds?
like black women.
It is poor minds.
Damn, let me see. I don't know what. You back on the internet?
Oh.
Yeah. What the fuck is doing that there? It was decent before. I don't know what happened.
Yeah.
The national. What's the narrative that we hear about black men?
They don't get married.
No. They don't like who?
Oh, they don't like black women.
Well, yeah.
The national average for black men who are married, what are they married to?
It's got to be black women.
Black women at what percentage?
Ooh.
Over 85%. But it don't matter though, because once they make money, that's when they go get white women.
White women, yeah.
The national average for making over $200,000, black men, right? How many of those men are married to black women?
I'll give him about a cool
95%.
95. I believe it. I do believe it. And then when you hear the horror stories, we got to talk about Scottie Pippen. Girl.
Lex has a good point though, because they'll show the Scottie Pippen, right? And they'll say, look, this is how black men behave.
Yeah.
But that's not the fact. Destroying the black family has been on the forefront of the mind of the people who created this country. How do you destroy the black wealth in this country?
Yeah.
Destroy the black family. Make black women think that black men don't love them. Make black men think that black women don't respect them. That's all a fallacy. It's not true. The older I get, I'm 40 years old now, the more I realize that everything I've learned from mass media has been programmed by people who have an agenda.
You know, I wanted to go, when we was talking about going to the military, I wanted to be in PSYOPs. Because PSYOPs are the ones that actually do the propaganda. They're the ones that make Americans believe that it's right to go out and go take somebody else's country for weapons of mass destruction and other things that we never find or are completely unfounded. Right. And similarly, that same military complex is what authors, or at least in some respects, author some of this narrative that we have today. So this is what we be facing, man. But the problem is we love to watch the TV, though. We love that news. That news tell us everything we need to know about ourselves. Nobody want to get educated on themselves.
Well, for me personally, I kind of disagree as far as like TV controlling you, because it depends on what type of person you is. If you already know these things, then it's harder for it to.
But you don't already know. You don't.
What you mean?
You don't, because you came from a family that more than likely didn't teach you any of that. And you don't really get that until you get older to decide your own path, right? When you're a shorty, your parents decide which way you go until you get old enough to start making that decision for yourself. So it's really hard for you to, especially in the way that education is taught, it's really hard for you to unlearn what you've learned until you make a decision. But that decision sometimes never comes from any of us.
I mean, I agree to a certain extent, only because like, all right, quick story, right? So I went to Hal when I was in kindergarten, first grade, right?
Right.
and I used to be running with the homies, like monkey see, monkey do type thing, right?
Right.
If they go in the store and they steal, I'm stealing myself. But I didn't know what I was doing. I was just following because they my friends, right? And then I think I was getting in so much trouble as a 6, 7-year-old that my grandmother was like, "We gotta get them up out of here." You know what I'm saying? So she did kind of choose my path, but at the same time, I think I knew exactly what I'm saying, like what I was getting myself into.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm like, all right, I know I'm a good kid, but
good kid, bad city.
Yeah, basically. And so, but I think I knew at a young age not to do something only because it's going to shape my, trajectory in a negative way. Then when I did get older, I was already protected from certain things, and I already knew. You know what I'm saying? Like, even though I'm still a hood nigga, right?
Man.
Even though I am, but I think I made my decision a lot early to do the necessary things to stay out of certain things, and I didn't let TV, the propaganda affect me.
Yeah, but the 90% of the people you grew up with did though. That's the biggest issue.
That is true. Yeah.
That's the biggest issue. And that's what also promotes the narrative and keeps it alive today, because we do have a lot of black men that really trash black women and vice versa. And that's part of the when you see it and it surrounds you, it's easy to feed into the belief, because these guys have fed into the belief. And whether we all like it or not, we all got a sphere of influence.
Yeah.
We all got people that's looking towards what we do and how we do it, and in some respects will emulate that. And so we all got to be careful about the way that we approach life in some respects, knowing that there's somebody watching, because somebody is always watching, whether you want to, whether you hate it or not. So
I received that.
Yeah. Thanks.
About the degrade, and bash the black men parade, just like I do all 7 days of the week, twice on Saturday, because I got time. Look, bro, first of all, the reason why black men don't value or they just simply don't want to, y'all know that starts at home, right? Let's go ahead and act real quick, right? Let's go ahead and just start the scene. That's how like 50 to 60% of black women are talking to their black sons. Citrus, you look just like your damn daddy. That's how y'all be talking to y'all black sons, bro. And then y'all wondering why they're not emotional intelligent. Then you wonder why they grow up mad and angry. So then what's your next outlet? You're going to put them in sports, because you know that now they're 10, 11, 12, they're getting a little bit too big. Your little whooping's not doing nothing. So now you have to put them in a contact sport in order so they can try to emotionally regulate. Oh yeah, I'm about to put you in football. I'm about to put you in basketball. You need to get in some sports. That'd be the first thing that happens, bro. And I live that, bro. That's literally what happens. And then number two, y'all act like going to school, like black women. Stop this whole classism superiority complex. Anybody can go to school if they are taught the right skills. The last 20, 30 years since the movie The Barbershop, since Tyler Perry's Why Did I Get Married, since all the little Madea plays, has been black women be independent. Don't need no man. Black women, go get your money. Don't worry about no man. Don't rely on no man out here. Don't rely on no man. That's what all Generation X, all the millennials told you grew up, and your whole focus was, I ain't about to go to college, or I'm about to become an esthetician, I'm about to do something, I'm about to get some money, and I'm about to get away from black men. The reason why y'all don't get targeted as much, because y'all are not a threat.
Is it?
No.
Look what happened to Malcolm X, unalived. Marcus Garvey, unalived. Bob Marley, unalived. MLK, unalive. Because when black men get education, we are a big threat. You know why? Because black men, we have the societal pressure to take our family with us. And we're not seen as valuable until we give back to the community. Black women, on the other hand, women in general, that's not a responsibility for y'all. Y'all are the weaker vessel and the more
Let me see.
unalive. Because when black men get education, we are a big threat. You know why? Because black men, we have the societal pressure to take our family with us, and we're not seen as valuable until we give back to the community. Black women, on the other hand, women in general, that's not a responsibility for y'all. Y'all are the weaker vessel and the more emotional vessel. So also, y'all can get further while being and have less emotional regulation. Hence is why you see a black woman on the register or a black woman in places of customer service, and she can have the nastiest attitude. But if a black man of her same counterpart has their same attitude, he's not even getting, they're not taking him serious in an interview. He's not getting the job. So we actually have to try harder than everybody. And this conversation is proving exactly that. So, and then the third thing, these teachers since 2020 have been on this app telling you single black moms about how the black man's at reading and comprehension level is falling behind. Who are most of the single parents? Black women. So if we're going to sit up here and berate and bash black men, let's shed some light on the full story and what's really happening at home. They're being...
I don't know, man. We can stop.
I mean, for one, you're on StreamYard, so that's gonna draw hella what's called it.
I don't know. Let me see.
Told the man what to do. They told him separate monitor from modem.
Hurry up and get
I told him already.
What's up? Go to school.
I do this, man. I got
Oh, they got a video right there.
Yeah, I found it.
It ain't gonna work though.
I mean, we can start with this though. I mean, I think he gave us a good.
Yeah, it's 6 minutes long.
Yeah, that's too long. It's more like 10 minutes with the
glitchies.
But I mean, we can go ahead and dissect what he's trying to say. I think he needs therapy.
Oh man,
that's just me. He sounds a little very highly emotional.
Hell no.
And like, I don't know, man. Like he probably had the wrong mama, the wrong daddy.
Boy, he had the average mother out here.
Hell no, my mama ain't do me like
that.
Ours
did.
Damn, y'all need a hug.
For real.
I'm saying,
She didn't know no better. She didn't know no better.
But
all right, let's see. Let me try to see.
At the end of the day, black men are going to harbor that a lot more because we're expected to help the same mom and the same granny, the same auntie, whoever we're staying with. We're required to turn around at 17 and 18 to help them. Also, black women, for women in general, it's acceptable for society, for socially acceptable for women to be broke. Black men have to have money. We have to have money. Men have to be able to provide. And if you're not providing, you're seen as broke, destitute. You're not worth my time. That's what y'all have been telling us. So now it's all of a sudden it's a surprise when junior year come around and SATs come around and apply for college come around and FAFSA applications come around. We don't know how to do none of that. We don't have an ecosystem to help us. None of that. Do y'all understand that? And then, like I said, there's no emotional regulation. You didn't have any black man in your hood, in your society, to see them pay rent, pay bills, and do this, especially legally. So, of course, we're not going to be able to achieve the same things that y'all have, though, while being in the same household or in the same communities. Don't you get it? It's very simple. If you have your same-sex counterpart in the home playing their part, it's going to be way easier to do that because you've seen it. Humans are visual creatures. We're creatures of habit. So if we didn't have a black man there for 18 to 21 years, why would we he just wake up junior year and just be able to start doing all this magnificent stuff y'all talking about? We keep talking about college and graduate programs. We have to start at K through 8 first. We ain't even about to get to high school. Let's start at that. Black men have the highest dropout levels for middle school and high school, but nobody's talking about that. Who's responsible? The same black women that were responsible for laying down, having said kids with these men. So let's not be like, we're not about to sit up here and just try to bash black men, or they just simply don't want to. Well, in therapy, the first thing that they teach all black women is y'all the highest, y'all number one in therapy and y'all number one in degrees. Well, you should know that that's not the real answer. Clearly, there's a deeper answer why he just doesn't want to. It's because nobody has seen him wanting to. Nobody has pushed him to want to. And black men are seen as you need to get money first, ask questions later. That's how success is marketed towards black men. That's why most black men, we do grow up listening to rappers. We do grow up listening to athletes. We do grow up listening to entertainers because that's what's marketed to us. What's marketed to black women is be strong, independent, and do not rely on a man for nothing. And when you get your wealth, keep it to yourself. So yes, it's completely different. Black men are a threat to the white infrastructure because when we get success, they know that we're going to bring our wives with us. We're going to bring our kids with us. We're going to bring our bros with us. We're going to put everybody on. We're going to put the community on. When y'all get success, y'all hoard it, and then y'all start having a superiority complex of classism. It's not the same. So don't try to get on this app, bro. We're not about to do that, bro. And like I said, it's trigger warning. I don't care about how you feel. You can kind of put your thoughts in the comment. I don't care. But this will be the last video I'm posting. And after this, I'm just about to sit on the sidelines because this is crazy. And it's lunacy. Trying to just act like black men we're just all lazy and stupid is insane. When y'all know damn well in them inner cities, when them kids getting off the bus, who are they listening to? King Von all day. These women don't have the emotional availability because they're a single parent taking care of 3-4 kids. They don't have the time to sit down and have a one-on-one with their son. What are y'all talking about? Just acting like niggas wake up at 16, all of a sudden like, yeah, bro, I'm not trying to do this school shit. Bro, they had that shit made up since they were in 5th, 6th grade. What are we talking about? Y'all crazy. I'm gone.
All right. Now you got the full picture.
I ain't gonna lie to you. I think now when he said that King Von thing, that actually triggered my memory about one of my wife's friends, her 7-year-old having problems in school. And they said that he be, listening to King Von all day. And you know what I'm saying? Like, I think at 7, shit, that's when it starts. Shit, that's you got to catch them and train them up and make sure they get them.
Man. You got to train a child up in the way you want them to go.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what the Bible say. Yeah, man.
What say you?
Man, shit, we lived it, man. Everything dude said was true. That's all. I mean, lived it, bro. Then you obviously having kids, you just change the narrative. That's all you can do. Like shit, our parents from an old school and they still live by the mantra. If my kids don't call me, then I ain't calling them. I can't recall the last time my parents ever called me and asked me how life was treating me. I had a kid at 17 and was out on my own by like 18, 19, whatever age it was. I promise you, I don't remember my parents ever, I'm talking about the people who raised me, ever calling me and asking me how life was treating me. But the lady who we grew up with, Annie Jones, I can remember her always trying to reach out. I didn't want to answer the phone anyway, but I remember her always reaching out and just asking how was I doing. You know what I'm saying? So again, whatever everything goes, it was true shit. That's just what it is. Growing up in the Black community, and then as far as like you just live with it, you just deal with it, do it fuck you up when you get older. Yeah, like I said, if you go off that, it's when you get, like you said, toxic masculinity. That's when you really don't you just don't fuck with people like that for real, because you're looking at it like, again, you live your whole life without that connection that is probably 100% necessary when you a maturing adult. That's why with my children, I make sure I call my children or text my children once a day, bro. Like they every day. Now I might skip a day or two, but then my kids make sure they call me. Why? Because they understand, and I'm big about bridge building and community building within my family. Because I can't go to my parents and say, "Hey, could y'all do this?" They ain't gonna do it. From a different mindset of my parents ain't do it to me, so I ain't finna do it to you. I look at it like, well, my parents ain't do it to me. I'm gonna make sure I do it to my kids because everything dude said was true, and I don't want my kids to grow up feeling like that. You know?
What Tay was saying, you know what I mean, to the point, shit. We that was 20 years ago, obviously. The good thing about us 20 years ago is that we did have a stepfather in the house, so we did have a black man. Now he wasn't always the greatest, but he was there.
See, I don't know what he's talking about. Don't include me.
No, I mean, all of us, regardless. No, it does make sense. At the end of the day, we had a black father in the house. He was our stepfather. He was not the greatest. He didn't do everything right? But he also was a young man that was still learning how to be a dad. And on top of having 2 daughters with our mom, he took in her 4 sons, put us all in the crib. So he deserved the respect. Tay said he emulated him with the way he smelled good. I emulated him with the way I went to high school. I saw him with his nails done, keeping himself up. He used to go to the cleaners. So in high school, we kept fresh and kept pressed up shit, possibly because of him. He used to come in, curl his hair, shit. We curled our hair. You know what I mean? So we had a black father at home that we emulated. Now, if he had potentially imparted more in terms of like life lessons and shit, because I don't know, that's just not his thing. It wasn't. It is what it is. But he was there. You know what I mean? We did a lot to emulate him. So you can imagine when a male's presence is missing from the household, and these boys only got that one side, and that's all they can emulate is a woman's actions. You can imagine what that is. Because likewise, I also emulated OG. You know what I'm saying? Like I got a couple piercings and shit because I see my mama do it. Amongst other things, you know what I mean? So you take on the characteristics of both parents when you can see them in a household. Man, you need balance. Kids need sure balance, man. Period. That's man. So what he's speaking on was facts in terms of men missing from the household, and these boys especially. And he right. All the statistics show that black men. All the statistics are showing that black men are failing in a lot of ways when it comes to education. They're so far behind the women, and I don't know if it's because women pour more into their young girls than they do their young men, but there's obviously a gap because we obviously have much more single mother homes but the women are doing much better than the boys. So something wrong there.
It's simple. They when mothers are at home, because again, obviously, I see it firsthand. All this stuff is nothing new to me because I see it all the time. All it is the mother's emotional ties that they have with their girls are always going to be different than they have with their boys. Period. That's it. That's the biggest difference. Like when that girl cry and come to her mother, it's going to always be met with a different level of understanding because as a female, I know how you feel. When you're a young boy and you come to your mother with tears in your eyes, you being a bitch.
No, that's a lie. Y'all on here telling lies, man. I'm here lying.
You not
what? Don't nobody be saying that. Y'all on here telling lies. Don't no woman be saying that to their kid when he cry. I'm 35 years old. I've been in for 35 years. Never once have I seen a woman tell her young son that he being a bitch. Like I feel like a lot of stuff y'all saying is not true. That shit that dude was saying on that thing, that's not true. He don't when I was going to Austin, talking about something at 17, we gotta help our parents and we gotta help them. Y'all little niggas was getting every pair of Jordans that come out. Are you kidding me? Y'all didn't even have to live the life that y'all was living trying to be a thug. You just wanted to be a thug because you want to be a thug. Everything got to do with choices.
Wait. Are you talking about the guys in the streets? The guys.
I'm just talking about most of our black men that's growing up in urban areas. You still had the choice of whether you wanted to be a part of that life or not.
Single mother? Are you a single mother?
Yeah, by choice. I'm supposed to be married right now.
I didn't ask you whether it was choices. I just asked you whether you were a single mother.
I have to tell you by choice because I have been proposed to and I had the choice to be married. So that's why I'm telling you by choice.
Every woman I know been proposed to, and every woman I know dated a man with some money, and they all chose to leave him, and they close to 40, and they single back. A lot of them, just a lot of them. So I'm not.
I didn't say I was single by choice. I said I'm not married. I'm a single mother by choice. The man that I had my kid with, I'm not with him.
My parents was, and I just stuck to. That's how they grew up. That's why I just left it at that. Because that's your experience. Just because you never heard nobody say that in your years on this earth, don't mean I never heard nobody say that. And I've heard people say that. So I can tell you by experience that it did happen that way. So you said everything that the young man was saying was not true at all.
A lot of things that he was saying was not true.
Was true or false. He's just giving you a perspective of a man who went.
No, you said statistically speaking. You literally just said statistically.
This is how I view relationships with single woman households, and this is how it ultimately ends up. Then you can say that, but the only way you could differ with that is if you was to say that, hell no, my son come to me, we talk about everything. We had heart to hearts and da-da-da's and shit. Then we would have to look at your son's grades and when's he going for college and all that shit. That's the only way you can say that's not true because you're a single mother. So in this particular instance, you are a part of the statistics. So if your son is or is not meeting whatever qualifications that young man was talking about,
I don't have to have a son. I had a dad, I had an uncle, I have a brother. I don't have to have a son.
Prove what the man was saying wasn't quote unquote true.
No, if I lived in a community with black men and I grew up around black men and I seen them have the same opportunity as everybody else, then I can make that assumption if I want to. And I can have that opinion if I want to. I don't have to have a son. I've been around. I watched DeAndre. I watched DeAndre beat the odds. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on. It's all about choices.
Right there. You should be. All right, there you go.
It was already on.
It's all about choices. You could be anything that you want to be out here. Don't try to blame it on the black woman.
I mean, you kind of low right now. We need to.
No, it's that. It's the thing. It went up.
Bullshit on.
I'm sitting here looking at men who grew up in the trenches like everybody else, beat the odds like everybody else. Not get into no trouble. Not get into no police.
Hold on.
We can't hear her.
Yeah, hold on. What the heck just happened?
It might be because I got headphones on, I think.
Hello. Let me see.
Good. You got to use the bathroom?
I told you it was on.
I don't gotta have no son. My mama was a special education teacher at Austin. I didn't think enough.
Yeah, Kimberly on.
Yeah, hold on. I don't know what happened. Hold on. Oh, did I turn it?
Shh, mama.
It might be on. More end. Maybe no, because it's just not coming out the speaker.
Yeah, they come out speaker no. Let's see. I reconnect it. Hello?
Maybe you turn the sound up on the joint. Maybe it's coming out the other end.
Yo. Hello?
I can hear you.
Hello?
I can hear y'all.
Damn, I don't know what happened to the sound. That sucks. Hold on. Okay, let's see. Hello? Hello? Yo. Hello?
You gotta put it on. Let's say headphones, but
Oh, she's dropped. Okay. Oh, there you go. Sound like it's back on now. Yep.
You can hear me?
Yep. All right, there we go. My bad. I don't know what happened. We had lost you for a minute.
All I was saying is that he said, if I don't have a son, or if I don't have this, I don't have that, I don't have to have a son. I grew up in the household with men. I got an uncle that had a son. My mama was a special education teacher at Austin. I seen her uplift men and pull men out the gutter. It really have to do about choices. I'm good friends with DeAndre. I watched DeAndre beat the odds. You know what I'm saying? He come from the trenches. Like, it's about what you want for yourself and your life. And honestly, growing up, sometimes hood dudes, they acted like it was gay to be smart, or it was lame to be smart. You know what I'm saying? Or something like that. Like, really, it's really the culture. People trying to blame it on the women and the grandmas and shit like that. The grandmas march for you. Come on now. So you could be able to have the freedom that you got. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I really feel like it has a lot to do with choices. I don't have no sisters. I had an older brother that passed away at 30 years old. You know what I'm saying? And I got a little brother. You know what I'm saying? Right now he's 28. And my little brother grew up in the trenches and stuff like that, but he's an athlete. It's about his choices and what he was into. Yeah, he got caught up in smoking weed and stuff like that, but he never wanted to be a gangbanger. He never wanted to be in the streets. He went out to college. He had the same peers and the same people in his ear like everybody else. And my mama was a single mom. His daddy was on crack cocaine. You know what I'm saying? And now my little brother, he training to go to the UFC. It's about choices. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, either you're going to make a choice to be in the streets and be a street dude and do all that street shit, or you want to be in Austin and be an athlete and hang with Coach Rick and hang with the athletes and do that. Which way you want to go with it, it's up to you.
Yeah,
at the end of the day.
We was hanging out with Coach Rick. They taught us books and balls before bitches.
And one thing about it is, I used to see a lot of young kids. They didn't have to be in the streets. They ain't have to be robbing nobody. They ain't have to do none of that stuff that they was doing. They mamas bought them every pair of Jordans that came out. My mama wasn't even buying me Jordans on. We didn't even get clothes like that. But you had these other people, they got every pair of Jordans that come out. They mamas then rigged it up where they get them a check every month. All that. I'm like, where's these kids getting this money from? You know what I'm saying? Spoiled brats. And just living, just hood millionaires. What you call it? Ghetto fabulous. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, a lot of that stuff was choices that people decided to make for themselves and for their life. True enough, we did not have a lot of people telling us to go to college, but you got a lot of people that came up out of Austin and went to college and did something with themselves. Look at DeAndre. He put on for all of us. He's the trophy. Like, he the one you be like, look at what he did. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, that was just a choice that he made. He could have did anything else he wanted to do. That was the choice that he made to be that type of person. You know what I'm saying?
Right, I'm in agreement with you. It is about choices. You absolutely.
I'm just saying that because we went to school together. You seen everything we saw every day.
No, that's
you know what I'm saying.
And I'm agreeing with you. It's totally about choices. I will also say that we are talking about a nature versus nurture argument here, and the reason that these young men get caught up in the street life is because it looks fun. It looks like these guys are having a lot of fun. It looks like a ball, and then when you couple it with the education system, which could be boring, it's really difficult for them to want to concentrate on their studies when these other guys that's out in the street look like they having a ton of fun. So it's a cultural thing. It's really nature versus nurture for sure.
And you got a lot of the men who not even teaching their sons what they supposed to be teaching them. Honestly,
I agree that. I agree.
Like one of the dudes that went to school with us, his son got killed. You know, what's the name? His son got killed. His son was one of the Kia boys that was robbing people for their cars. He had I told him, me and him was talking. I was like, what your son wanted a car? He said, that's his car right there. He had a little PT Cruiser that he had bought his son. He didn't want that PT Cruiser. What he want to do? Ride around in a Kia or be a Kia boy. He tried to rob somebody. He didn't know they had a gun and they shot his son up. And now he lived to this day feeling like it was his fault that his son got killed. And I told him, why you blaming yourself for your son getting killed? Because he felt like he didn't, I don't know what he felt like. You know what I'm saying? But he just always blamed himself for his son dying. That's why I'm like, people, y'all talking about the women in the household. You had little boys who grew up in the household with the mama and the daddy. The daddy was there. Now look.
Yeah, but statistically, Black women have the largest number of single member households, though. So you're right, though. Yeah. It's not to say that having a father in the house will make a child turn out better. They still have to be instilled with discipline and got to have some structure, some guidance, some routine. You know, from early age to when you can start walking, you got to build a foundation in your child. So if you don't have that from an early outset, you definitely will lead yourself into, unfortunately, death at an early age. So,
but what about us who parents really don't even care that much though? Because one of y'all on here was saying like, dang, my parent don't even call and check on me. My mama the same way. She just don't have that. Right. Like some people talk to their parents every single day, all the time. Right. Like I feel like if I'm finna be homeless, I don't got nowhere to go, even though my mama stay here. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I couldn't go over there. Like, what about when you turn out really good and you doing everything you can and you like I for the most part, I ain't even go through a lot of things that my friends went through, and they had their mama there for them, and they talk to their mama every single day. I ain't even had a relationship with my mama like that, and I feel like I turned out damn good. You know what I'm saying? Right. So I don't know. Maybe it's just different strokes for different folks. Maybe it's like the mind capacity, like whose mind is stronger or something. Maybe it got to do with it.
A resilience thing. It's definitely a resilience thing. That's for damn sure. That's for damn sure. Yeah, it's for sure.
Cause I be looking at you, DeAndre. I be like, dang, he's so like you're so driven. You got so much energy, and it's like I don't know. I just be feeling like I could never do something like that. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, how did you get that drive? Who did give you that drive? Was it your mom? Was it your dad? Who gave it to you? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's interesting. I don't know. I've been thinking about that lately. I don't know. I'm not afraid to try shit. I don't know. I'm not afraid to just have an idea and go after it.
Just go with it.
I would say this, I try to tell parents this, and so like, for example, going back to my stepfather, he don't realize how much an impact that he had on my life, because one of the things I wanted to do growing up is be a paleontologist, for example. And he told me that by the time I get older, it wasn't gonna be no more dinosaur bones, right? And so that killed that dream for me. Legit, didn't want to be a paleontologist anymore because I thought they were gonna be gone. And I say that as an example of how we can kill our dream, how our parents can kill our dreams and really stunt us as children. So going back to the young man, and what he said was, he say, Mom, Jaquavius, sit your dumb ass down. When you tell a child that, that's what they internalize. Now they become dumb. They're so, because children and humans all together are born with curiosity. We are all imaginative. We are all creative when we are our youngest, because the world is new to us. So we're exploring. So everything that we come up with at our infancy and our toddler stages is us trying to make sense of the world around us. So as you get older, the world already gonna beat you down. And when you black in the hood, the world gonna already tell you you got a limit placed on you. But then when you in the house and somebody else is placing a limit on you, you talking about something that's so detrimental to the growth of an individual that the people that's doing it don't realize, you know. And so for me, even though I might have been stunted to some degree, I never gave up my imagination and creativity. And so the way I live life today is I'm like, whatever I wanted to do as a kid, I want to do it now. So I just keep persevering like that. And then when new shit happens that I want to be involved in, I just throw myself into it. I will say that's to the detriment of my relationships and shit. I don't really form the greatest bonds with people. I keep up with people. I'm really good at that. I'm really good at, calling somebody up and say, let's do lunch and something like that. But I do feel like I've never created really tight bonds with people only because I'm very ambitious and driven. And I'm like, look, you either roll with me or get rolled over. And I'm that type of person. So, so I will say that's
yeah, you're very cutthroat, very cutthroat.
I wouldn't even say that. I'm actually very nice. I'm not cutthroat. I'm very nice.
Not when you mad, you cutthroat.
I'm actually very passive. I'm the type that'll just stop talking to you and you won't understand why. And then I just, keep going on. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
Yeah, I'm actually very passive in that way. I'd be like, yeah, I see you. I notice what you're doing. And I just handle it accordingly.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like a lot of y'all young men, they have the opportunity to really make a difference. Like when I started watching you and you was putting your signs out there and then your campaign going, when you was going for what was you going for? I think you was going for alderman or something like that. But yeah, like I mean, I just feel like whatever you put your mind to, you can do it. It's the culture. They think that stuff like that is lame. Like how you out here, the way you dress, you know what I'm saying, in your suit and stuff like that. A lot of these guys, it's the culture. They think that's lame. That's why when he was like, "Oh, I've been listening to King Von all day." That's your fault that you sat there and listened to King Von all day. How is it the grandma fault because you want to listen to King Von? You want to be like King Von. You know what I'm saying? But then you got this other little black boy over here. He want to be like Tony Hawk. You know what I'm saying? And he right across the street. He right across the street going to Oak Park or whatever, but his people, they still stay out west and everything like that. But you would call him a lame in school.
Yeah. Yeah. And you know what? Another thing about it is what in the hood, we don't appreciate intelligence. We definitely
they think it's lame. Do you know how bad they rolled my back at Austin for being in the Mayor Daily book club and Miss Sullivan's book club? I was only in the book club because my mama told me to be in the book club. You know, she worked at Austin and her and Miss Sullivan was friends and not one kid wanted to be in the book club. And so I was like, okay, she was like, man, we trying to find kids to be in the book club. BB, you finna be in the book club. She made me be in the book club. And then in the end, when I met Laura Bush for reading all of those books, they talking about, oh, her mama got her to meet Laura Bush because her mama worked for the school and all this other bullshit. No, I met Laura Bush because I was in the freaking book club. And Austin didn't have no damn books. And we wrote a letter to Laura Bush. And she used to be a librarian. Not only did she donate books to us, she came to meet the students that wrote her a letter. And she came all the way to the damn school. You remember when she came her ass all the way to Austin and shut down the whole damn West Side? Or whatever. But no, it's like it's the culture. No, intelligence is not appreciated. You know what I'm saying? And then they'll be like, oh, you talk to that lame guy. Or you talk to this guy, that guy. You talk to that lame guy. No, I talk to somebody who's a professional, who values education, who sits, who reads. Why I can't have a guy that reads? Why I gotta be lame to read? And then you only want to
because you
read
know
now
what?
when you
That's
go to
what.
prison. What you say?
But that's just society's programming, man. They told us it was not okay to be smart, and then we got old and realized that the nerds be running shit. And it be
Exactly.
too late sometimes. Be too late to join the nerd class. Shit.
Y'all was never nerds though. You and
Let
your
me
brother
see,
was
man.
popular. Y'all wasn't no nerds. You and your brother was popular. Y'all wasn't no nerds. I can't hear you no more.
Okay. Hold on, I'm gonna put this
Okay, I
video
can hear you.
on to this.
Talk to me.
These are the requirements that you need.
Okay, hold on. Did I switch out? Yep. Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Okay,
Can you hear
cool.
me?
All right. Yeah, I'm trying to see about this video. I'm trying
To
to
have
play.
an
Let's see, why is it?
Had to make a Juno.
Oh, man. Why is it not? Let's see. Hold on, let me try to do this again. Let me try to do it again. We're gonna do it again. All right, let's see. Oh man.
pay a year. And you need to have at least 2 side hustles. If you cannot make 130K or more, then you are out of my fucking league.
Out of your league, huh? You just gonna say that wrong. How do
Wait,
you,
can
as
you
a
hear
single
that
mother
video?
with 3 kids, whose whole identity is just being a single mother with 3 kids, as you said yourself when I asked who you were, expect to have such a high bar of expectation of a man that makes 130K a year?
How do you expect to give me money for my kids if you only make 50K a year?
Money for your, where the hell they daddy at?
Second is,
Yeah, skip on past that.
I don't date men that are younger than me because for obvious reasons. So if you are 26 and over, then you qualify.
Okay, 26 and up, that's your chances is good now. I think you need to stretch that age limit as far as you can get. You're gonna need as wide as a market as you can get.
26 to 35 is the age limit. Okay, I feel like 35 is pushing it because they look old as fuck already.
Wait a minute, bitch.
You
Let me see.
That man on there mad as hell. He on there mad as hell.
Yeah, I'm trying to see, man. I'm trying to find a better. I don't know what happened to the video. I mean, you can hear the video, right?
Yeah, I can hear it.
Okay,
That's
cool.
on her
All right,
herself.
let's see. Let's see if I can hear on this one. Oh man. Damn it. Let's see this one.
Angel, what them taco shells?
I wonder why is it doing that? And why can I hear it? Ah, man. I don't know what happened. I don't know why I can hear.
You can't just play the
Can't hear
audio?
the videos. Like, yeah, I'm trying to. I don't know what's happening.
Oh.
It's supposed to be playing out of my speaker, but it's not. So that sucks.
Okay.
Let me see something.
Date men
Hold on, let me see something real quick.
are younger than me because for obvious reasons. So if you are 26 and over, then you qualify. 26 to 35 is the age limit, okay? Single mom of 3 kids. Number 1 is that you need to be making at least 130K a year, and you need to have at least 2 side hustles. If you cannot make 130K or more, then you are out of my fucking league. How do you expect to give me money for my kids if you only make 50K a year? Second is I don't date men that are younger than me because for obvious reasons. So if you are 26 and over, then you qualify. 26 to 35 is the age limit. Okay, I feel like 35 is pushing it because they look old as fuck already. Oh, I'm 26.
Wow,
I'm a baby. So yeah, you have to have at least 3 cars under your name. Your second car has to have 8 seats because I have 3 kids. Oh, I want them to be comfortable whenever we go with you on a trip or something. You want me to come with you? I'm gonna bring my kids, and you need to have enough space for my kids. So that's why I require you to have an SUV and a vehicle of your own if you're going to be dating me. Another requirement is that you have to have, these are the requirements that you need to have in order to date me. Have a property under your name, and you have to be looking into getting your second property. Have to get a home that has 6 rooms because in their own room. So you have to be considerate, purchase a house that has 6 rooms because that's only common sense. Like, and if you cannot meet those requirements, then you're not the fucking one.
Oh yeah, she wild as hell. Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah, women today, bold as hell, audacious, I like to say, because those the men. Now, a rationale behind it made sense though. You know, she wanted to make sure that her kids are comfortable. So all of that made sense, but it's wild as hell. Like, what do you bring to the table other than these 3 kids though? That's crazy.
Why do y'all always say what do a woman bring to the table, bro? That's so irritating.
I mean, when you got requirements though, we gotta ask.
Oh yeah, you got requirements, yeah. But everybody should have a preference now. Everybody should have some type of, you know. You can't just be going with anybody.
I agree. She clearly has some preferences. So I'm just saying though, a man should be able to say he got preferences as well though.
Yes, but I just feel like a man saying what you bring to the table. Why do I have to bring anything to the table? Why are you asking me what I bring to the table in the beginning? If when people come to my house and I you know what I'm saying, they come over my house, I don't expect you to bring anything to the table. This is my table. You're a guest at my table. So if I'm a guest at your table, I just feel like it make men look bad when they say, well, what you bring to the table? Because who wants a man who needs a bitch to bring anything to their table? Well, I want a man who don't need me to bring nothing to the table, and I'm gonna bring something to the table because that's the type of woman that I am. But when you ask me what I'm bringing to the table, that means that you need me to help you, help your table.
By the Bible's definition, a woman's supposed to be a helpmate.
I mean, you have
that's why I said I would be that just to be that. But when you're talking to me like you're trying to make sure that I'm fulfilling or filling up your table, you should have your own damn table. This ain't no fucking potluck.
But
you should have your own table. I don't know.
And not to mention, they make more money than Black women, so they can buy the table. I'm just saying.
Right. Okay, this ain't no potluck. Stop asking me what the fuck I bring to the table. God damn it. I'm sick of it.
How many
Shit.
times have you been asked that, man? Don't nobody even ask that for real. You cutting up.
Yes, they do be asking that. They be asking that shit on Facebook dating, nigga. They do be asking that shit.
So on Facebook dating.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
All
Yeah.
I'm saying is you have to think about what the lady was saying. She has requirements. So she said in order to date her with her 3 kids, you have to have a 6-bedroom house. What person who is on their own that is already established wants to buy a 6-bedroom home to go from 2 bedrooms to 6? That means that like I have to change my whole lifestyle. So, well, did you have a 6-bedroom house before I started dating? If not, I think that what I'm saying, like you can't have these lavish or these requirements that no one can fulfill, not even yourself. So when a person says, "What do you bring to the table?" If you're requiring a 6-bedroom apartment or a house or whatever, I think at least the bare minimum is like, hey, whatever I was making, I'm gonna add to you so we can get this 6-bedroom house. That's all I'm saying. Like I think it was ridiculous.
Yeah, that was a lot. That was a lot. But I used to dance or whatever, and I used to meet other dancers and shit like that. Like back in the day, I used to dance and I had a nice body. And I used to meet other dancers that was way more expensive than me. You know what I'm saying? And I think that they was just way more expensive and they required more and stuff like that because of where they was from. You know what I'm saying? So here I am from Chicago, whatever. This bitch, she dancing in LA for rich people. You know what I'm saying? So she's thinking somebody out here finna give her $1,000. Nobody's finna give you $1,000. Nobody's finna give you $100, $200 every 20 minutes. You know what I'm saying? You might make 200 that night. You know what I'm saying? Or 300 that night, but you thinking you finna make $2,000 tonight, baby. It's not finna happen. So she probably one of them that's in LA or somewhere where she done dated motherfuckers with big ass houses and stuff like that.
Well, I'm gonna go you one better. What happens if that young man says, I don't want to date nobody with 3 kids?
I'm sure it'll be the problem.
Honestly, I feel like I don't know.
I mean, shit, if you have a list of listen, I don't see nothing wrong with it only because it eliminates people who don't want to play games. Normally, women with children, they meet men and the men act like they want to be in their life, and then they probably get them, used to their kids and shit like that, only to find out that the man really just wanted to have sex. So women putting out their requirements, I don't find nothing wrong with it. It's just that you're not going to find it. Let's just be honest. Because even if you're 26 and you got 3 kids, it's still somebody out there that's going to be looking at it like, damn, you real limber. But if I'm 26 to 35, I got a bag. I'm dating women with no children. Like
that's my point. What if I understand having requirements and having standards are
Y'all definitely right.
You muted.
Well, no, I'm just saying that there are some men out there that might have all of those requirements. They may check every box, but there are some guys out there that want to start their own family. They don't want a blended family. They don't want somebody that has 3 kids that can have 3 baby
But that's
daddies.
what I'm saying. The woman was speaking from a female's mindset, and that's why I'm saying I understand why these women. Listen, I'm not gonna say this female, but I know men are predators. If I turn into a woman that's a single female, I'm already understanding that she's gonna be vulnerable. One, because she's looking for a partner to not only help her, but to help the kid that's in her life. So she's gonna be a little bit more open to somebody coming into her life and trying to be a part of it, where she's gonna allow that man who's telling her, like, yeah, I fuck with kids, yeah, I fuck with this and I fuck with that to be a part of her life. So I'm just saying, if I know how men act, I can say I understand why a woman with high requirements. Then I'm also gonna say that as a female, you can't tell a man what a man would look for. A man ain't looking for no woman that already got 3 kids, unless he has kids already. Period. How you doing? Period. Not from no 25 to 35 making 130K. No, it is not gonna happen. That's why so many women that we went to school with and beyond that's in their late 30s, they're all single and they got kids because ain't no man that's gonna be up just reaching 40, 45, 50. He's not gonna want to double back on a woman that's in her late 30s with a child and try to have a relationship with her. All he wants to do is have sex with her, but he's not trying to have a relationship with her.
Yeah, and they do that. They do that, and then
wonder why
now,
you and spazzing out and shit. That's what I'm saying. I think all women is great. All women has their requirements and they should stick to them. Like you said earlier, you single by choice. Your choice that maybe because ain't nobody you ran into met your requirements. Or it also could possibly be because you have a child and men are looking at you like, at your age and your attitude, I don't want to deal with it. I'll go get somebody with
the reason why I'm single is because the reason why I'm a single mother. I said the reason why I was a single mother, I say I'm a single mother, even though another man could come in and help me with my kid. I'm talking about as far as being with my child's father. Me and him was not equally yoked as far as religion. You know what I'm saying? I just felt like I shouldn't. He was a very strict Muslim. So I didn't marry him because of that. Now, the reason I'm single by choice is because I have a friend, and I mean, he think we go together or whatever like that, but he's too old for me. So I mean, he's doing everything right, but I just don't want to be with someone who's like 50 years old. You know what I'm saying? But this nigga think we go together, but I just don't feel like that's shit gonna be over.
You're absolutely right. I'm gonna correct myself. Once you get to about 50 and older and you single, yes, you will be with a woman with kids because at that point, then you're gonna become like a sugar daddy, especially if you can't get nobody else that's in your age. You don't mind having a woman with a kid.
He be trying to carry my daughter and everything, and I be telling him like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I just feel like back up, nigga. Like, you're not her daddy, you know what I'm saying? But you're right. It's like he wants to.
Yeah, he lonely. Shit. At 50, listen, at 50 years old, motherfucker be lonely as hell. Like, that's why I can understand. That's why I be like, it's so weird that females are choosing the route that they're choosing. Because yes, they're more career oriented and things like that, but they're also choosing the lonely life. They choosing to literally sit in the house, back the windows, smoking Newports, looking at other people outside the window and being lonely. And women wasn't designed to do that shit, but women are choosing to be lonely because from a woman's standpoint, because it's more peaceful.
It's not even a lot of women that's lonely though. Like everybody in relationships, it's really only a select few that ain't got nobody. I just came back from a cruise on the Bahamas. Wasn't nobody on there single. I was single, and my little brother, he was single, but nobody else.
But the statistics, that's what I'm saying. You went on a cruise. Most people who going on the cruise definitely who going on a cruise by themselves.
Yeah,
like,
it's family. It's family. It's family. Yeah.
Right. So that's what I'm saying. That's something different. But I'm just saying, like, if you look at numbers and statistics, it is a lot more single females than it is, you know, and that's why they say it's some places in the world where once there's 10 women for one single man. You know what I'm saying? Like, it is a lot. And again, I don't know. I can't say if women be lonely or not because they're not in relationships, but it damn sure can't feel good watching somebody else be happy with their man. Because as a woman, it's a natural tendency to be with somebody. Like, but for a man as well. That's why I say I understand. You get about 50 and you still single, you might not give a fuck about paying for somebody to go to college. You might not care about none of that because at this point you like shit. I just want to be with somebody.
Yeah, you can tell he just want to be with somebody, and I feel like that's with me. I'm not just meant to be with anybody, even though he treats me really nice and everything like that. Like, probably if I started having sex with him, I'll start liking him more. But I want to have sex with somebody who I'm attracted to, like somebody I really like. Like I just feel like I shouldn't be. But they say you're supposed to be dealing with people on how they treat you, not because of how they look.
You said he think y'all in a relationship, so that means you playing games. And that's why
we haven't said we in a relationship, but he probably do think that.
No, you said he think that. That means you playing games. Ain't nobody gonna.
I mean,
the same way when we was younger and even older, ain't no woman gonna think y'all together unless you playing games with her and maybe in a
he don't
gray
think
area.
we together, but he think that we getting real close. I say that.
See, now you can't keep changing the story.
He think that we getting too close because can't nobody say. I'm just saying I could change it because he never said we were together. He never said that.
But I mean, but
you know what I'm saying? I said he thinks that.
Right.
Right, but he never said that. So even if it's to come up, I could still use that. Like nigga, when we say that.
That means
We
you
ain't
playing
never say
games. That's the same
How?
thing. That's the same thing me and do. We do the same thing. That's exactly what we do. We wait till the woman, damn, who told you we was in a relationship? We do the same thing. It sound like
you ain't lying. You ain't lying, but you sitting up there acting like it. Boy, I'm finna beat you. You ain't lying. You ain't lying. But I'm just saying, like,
Yeah. Y'all women
I
too
don't know.
managed now, man.
I'll let him know soon. I'll let him know because I ain't even gonna play no game.
You ain't let them know nothing.
Y'all women are too managed. Why are y'all like this?
I just feel like why wouldn't I be around the motherfucker that treat me really, really nice? Why wouldn't I be around that person? Of course I'm gonna be around this man all the time. He wanna wait on me hand to foot and do this and that and this for me. But at the same time, I do know in my mind that I want someone my age. What's wrong with that? I do in the end want someone my age.
Ain't nothing wrong with it, but what you're supposed to do is nip it in
And
the
stop
bud.
hanging out with him now.
I'm good. You know what? You're not for me. I might be blocking your blessing on finding so. I mean, because I'm just saying, as a mature
Hell, he
adult,
ain't found no goddamn blessing all this goddamn time.
that's what I'm saying. It's a lot of women who be feeling the same way. Like, damn, you holding me up, and you ain't really trying to be serious. I could, you know how many women? Hella women say that all the time. I've been in this position all this time. You know how many niggas I done passed up to who I could have did this with, and I've been sticking with you and your ass and come on, man. I'm just saying, we motherfucker no game when it's game. But when you become an adult, if you gotta cut motherfuckers off, you cut them off, and you don't just be sitting there letting people just think it's something when it's not shit. You're not fucking with them, not fucking with them. And I just say that because there's billions of people on the planet. And why would I just want to keep wasting my time? Well, somebody else's time. And time is the only thing we got in this motherfucker. Ain't nobody got no money. Ain't nobody got all this extra, the shit that people looking for. They only got time. So why am I waste my time? Or somebody else, like, no, go ahead.
I feel like I should have a conversation with him and let him know, like, I don't want to stop hanging out with him. I do like the time that we spend together, but I just need to let him know that if you think that we're gonna be in a relationship or you're gonna be you think I'm gonna marry you or some shit, because he be saying that like I'm gonna marry you. If you think that you're gonna marry me, bro, I promise you, you're not gonna marry me. Because I won't.
Well, let me ask you this. If you stop hanging out with him, what is your life gonna miss? What will you lose? What won't you have anymore? Whether that's companionship, somebody to talk
I'll
to.
just be paying for everything. I'll be paying for everything. Like this weekend or whatever like that. I went to Sam's Beauty Warehouse and spent like $50 up in there and shit like that. And he was with me or whatever. He paid for all my shit. Then I was like, okay, I want to go over here and find me an outfit. Da 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 da. I didn't tell him that he had to come with me. He asked me. He was like, you want me to go over there with you? I'm like, shit, if you want to, or whatever like that. And he paid for all my shit. Probably I'll just be missing him paying for shit in the dinner dates and the lunch dates. That's it. And him fixing my car and shit like that.
Well,
That's
you
what I
kind
be
of
missing.
just described what boyfriends do.
Yeah. That's why I said he think we together. I just said that. Oh my
Yeah,
God,
that's
that
what
sounds
I'm
so
saying.
bad.
See, so
That
you
sounds so
using
bad.
that man? Yes. No, it don't sound bad to me.
He
Listen,
using me for how I look though.
I don't judge
He using
nobody.
me for how I look. Cause why you hanging with me?
I
And
don't
you
think it
thick.
sounds bad. I think it just sounds 100% human. But that's just what relationships has developed into. And again, I've always
No,
been
he's
big
gonna
on.
keep on doing all of that till he get the pussy.
No,
It'll change after he get the
no,
pussy.
that's
He
what
ain't
I'm
never got the
saying.
pussy.
What I'm saying is, and that's exactly what I was gonna
Let me
say.
get a bag for this.
Relationships to me are beneficial when they are transactional between both parties.
Mm-hmm.
If he's buying you stuff and on the back end what he's expecting is ass, he should just say that. Like that's because now it eliminates the bullshit from both people. Because you said I think he think we in a relationship, right? And then we are good at leading you on to make you feel like we might think that until we get the pussy, and then everything changed, like you just said. So it's like that. Men are natural hunters. So I never look at a woman who do stuff like that and say, "Oh, she wrong for that." It is what it is. It's a mutual transaction. That man know if he didn't have no intentions on trying to get in your drawers, he wasn't gonna just bad out the kindness of his heart. Because if that was the
Yeah,
case,
and that's what's wrong with these women giving up so early. Let the nigga do a bunch of shit. Then after you give it up and the nigga act funny towards you, at least he did all that shit. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to feel like, oh well.
Yeah, it's a transaction. That's why I tell anybody, man, you know, they say, if you pay for pussy, it's tricking. It's like, no, you're gonna pay for it regardless. Whether you taking the chick out, whether you get a hair done, a nails done, you're gonna pay a pussy tax. Period. Some people choose to pay the pussy tax up front. Some of them pay it on the back end. That's just how
I feel like a lot of women wouldn't make you take them out so many times and do all this shit if niggas want to act different after you fuck. Why do y'all want to act different after motherfucker fuck? So
I just think if he took you to a better place and a better night out, maybe spent like $200-$300, you probably would fuck that night, and then he'll be on about his business. That's what I would do.
no, hell no. No, hell no. $200 or $300. No, you need to spend like $3,000 fucking dollars. What the fuck? You need to spend like $3,000 fucking dollars.
You're wilding. You're wilding, man.
I'm saying that if you the type of nigga that fuck bitches and act different. So I ain't no 300. I'm not gonna feel satisfied because you spent 300. And you fuck me and then talk to me no more.
But every man do. It's called post-nut clarity.
Right, y'all gotta do that. Y'all gotta like regroup and all that shit. Then you want to come back? Hell no.
No, we just gotta think that it wasn't worth it.
No, I had a motherfucker tell me like, damn, I'm in what he say, I'm regrouping or some shit. I'm like, what the fuck? Okay. Well, when your ass done motherfucking regrouping, I'm done. You know what I'm saying?
Man. That's why I said. That's what it sounds like to me. The man need to spend $200-$300. Go ahead, knock your socks off, take you somewhere, get you a shot of something good.
You got to get some Suntory whiskey.
And
no, because I've had a man spend $200 or do all of that. I'm not going because of that. I go. I will go. You know what I'm saying? But that's just because I want to, and then I won't talk to you no more. You won't be able to find me the next day. Because I just did whatever I was doing.
But that's why I said that's what I would do. Because if you want to, like I said, you pay to you pay to get the woman to leave. So if he gonna do all these $1, all right, I'm gonna spend 50 here, I'm gonna spend 70 here. Just spend a whole $200-$300 up front and make the woman feel like, yo, this is it. And she gonna want to fuck you, and then you going about your business.
You gotta.
But I feel like that's sufficient if it's more than 200 or 300. 200 ain't enough. 200 is not enough. You need to take me to one date this day, then take me on another date, then take me on another date.
All you need is a motherfucking
All you need is that done, Julio. It's the little done.
You need to go and get some motherfucking closet or two. Get you some motherfucking oysters, some and a good shot of that good tequila. You be all right.
No, I think it's like how it is now. Like with my friend, you gotta really show me that you like doing things with me. You genuinely like being around me. Then I won't have no problem. You know what I'm saying? I might give man some pussy. I don't know.
You gonna have the problem because you gonna feel like, damn, this man really just led me on, and he really not like that. He did all this shit until he fucked, right? And he switched it up. You will have a problem.
Right. I would rather know that the person is genuine. Honestly, I'd rather know that the person is genuine. Period.
But how do you know that? That's
by having a friendship with them, like I'm doing now.
Spend the money, tell you what I want. Get on my business.
You gotta be friends with a person. You gotta be friends with them for a while. You just can't. You just can't jump in the bed with them. You gotta be friends with them for a while to see. You know what I'm saying? And but a lot of men, they'll stop talking to you if it's too long. If that's what their motive is, but if that's not what their motive is, then you will continue to be friends with them. You know what I'm saying? And then, like you said, then you start having the desire to sleep with them because you see the type of man that they are. You know what I'm saying? But I still don't feel like I'm playing no games with the man though. Shit, we kicking it.
How long have you been kicking it? How many years have you been kicking it with dude?
We haven't been kicking it for no years. We've been kicking it for 8 months. We've been kicking it for 8 months, but I've been knowing him for years. Cause Maywood is small or whatever like that. So for the most part, you gonna know every damn body. But we only been kicking it for 8 months. We've been kicking it for about 8 months or whatever like that. But we never did nothing. And he don't pressure me to do nothing. Okay. You know. Ain't no pressure. But I am wondering if I'm finna make it in. Cause like y'all said, shit, some gotta shake. I'm probably end it soon. I don't hear none of y'all.
It looks like they're buffering.
Yep. Ugh.
Yeah, we back, man. Hello, can y'all hear us?
Yeah, we can hear you now.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I've been having problems all day. Boy, you just had a fucking pop, man.
Who had a pop?
Who drinking some water?
Look, Angel.
We got spring water.
We got filter water, boy.
Only drink spring water.
We got filter water.
I only drink spring water.
You use one of the clips, what? It's good. It's positive pH balance, boy.
Only drink spring water.
It's good. It's good water back there, man. Don't cheat yourself, man. I got filters on my shit, bro. I got two-stage filter process back there. You know, man. We put a little money in our spot, man. Come on, man. Come on, man.
What you talking about?
We was talking about the little Dan. I'm trying to feel like why is my sound the way it is?
I can hear you.
Yeah, no, it's not that. I'm just talking about just okay, maybe this is. Let me see. JBL. Now that's coming out with headphones. Sure. It's the little Dan. Done.
You sound crazy
What?
singing that, Rudist.
Why? Why I can't say that song?
Because you just. I don't
Don
know.
Julio.
I don't know.
Y'all weird, bro. I don't know why women be doing that. Acting like I can't be, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm the alderman. The alderman can't sing Don Julio.
No. And can't.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. Certain shit I just can't do no more, man. It's over with. Just can't do it. I get it.
Yeah.
I get it. I get it.
You still a fool, though.
Yeah, it is. I know.
That's why you can't say you a hood nigga no more.
I know.
That's why you can't say you a hood nigga no more. You just as degree, just as accomplished.
Man.
The only difference is you ain't trying to run for public office.
Yeah. Yeah, man. You can't do it, man. You know, you gotta be at a people look at you different, man.
Nah, I don't think people will look. It's just how you carry yourself. They'll look at you like how they look at you, shit. So you're saying in politics ain't nobody, but I think that's the difference. It just ain't nobody. Well, again, politics from the standpoint of where is that you gotta blend into the crowd of what they want you to be. You can't be yourself in politics.
You can be yourself, but at the same time, you got to be an elevated self. You can't be doing like they say, you're not a child anymore, so you got to put childish things away.
So there's that woman who was that official lady who was twerking or whatever. She's still official.
Yeah, she like it.
Hey, it's supposed to be tonight. What's the difference?
You're a woman.
Come on, knock it off. I just think it's because no man has ever tried that. That's it.
Oh shit! When I lose these 25, I'm gonna put my
not twerking. I'm saying I don't think it was
I'm going naked on
I don't think it was a black man that came into politics that was like, I'm from the hood and this is what a hood look like. Like,
I think it's actually plenty.
Yeah.
I think it's
Oh no, there's been plenty of examples. I mean, Kwame Kilpatrick was still a hood nigga. He was in Detroit. Detroit man, his ass went to jail.
Is he still in jail or is he out?
They was a hood nigga. He went to jail. I mean, listen. Nah, yeah, Kwame out, I believe.
Okay.
I'm just saying,
but I think they probably was though.
But ain't that what you listen? When you talk about,
I'm saying it's like what old girl Whitney said. She's saying that don't sound right
Coming out, right?
What I'm saying is because she obviously got a viewpoint that says like if you educate to a certain degree or whatever, then it's certain things that it just don't seem like you should be doing.
Yeah, because when you in politics, you can't do nothing. He campaigning. When you in politics, you gotta look like a perfect penny.
Exactly.
Because they gonna use it against you.
But that's what I'm telling him. Like once you start getting into politics and stuff, you have to be just like they want you to be. Period. And so that's what I'm saying. And that's what I was trying to say. That's why you felt that way. So exactly what you were saying is how I took it as. Like basically, like we see you this way, so that's why it's hard for me to imagine you singing that type of song because of the campaigning. Once you campaign, you put an image in people's mind. Like this is the person I am. Everything you do, you put it in people's mind. Like this is who I am.
That's for sure.
So if they've never seen a different side of you, oh no, that shit sound weird.
Yeah, but that's because they ain't gonna never see that because that's not what they introduced to. People only know you for where they meet you. And that's why I always tell people, never judge a book by the chapter you started reading. You always got to know what the whole book is like.
But it don't matter. It don't matter. Nobody read.
But also, this is why I'm hot. This is why I'm hot.
Okay. That didn't even, had nothing.
Yeah, I said, if you a hot nigga, then you gonna be a hot nigga. People gonna come and gravitate towards you regardless. Did I add something? Or was that just a bunch of nothing?
Dog, I don't know. But I feel you, man. But that's why I said it. But it's hard to show like I'm a hood getting money dude. But again, Wendy, if a person is campaigning and they got jewelry on, they dressing in Gucci, Louis, but they still campaigning. Like, is that somebody that would make you more likely to get out and vote? Because, like,
one thing about campaigning, they not just trying to appeal to a certain point of people. So if somebody was wearing chains and woo woo and all this shit, then he would know that he only finna get the urban vote. You know what I'm saying? So the white people that stay in the neighborhood
But what I'm saying is most people need the urban vote, right? Because the urban are the ones who's not voting. Even DeAndre will tell you that it's mostly older African Americans that's voting. We, in our age, the millennials, are still not going out there and really voting to make a difference for what we need in our communities. That's why
that's what this white man did at the school. He wasn't connecting. He didn't know how to connect with his students or whatever like that. He just really wasn't connecting with them. So what he did was he started buying Jordans. He started buying Jordans and buying the gear. And when they saw him the next day, they was like, "Oh, Mr. T, what you doing?" And he had connected with them like that. And he said things have been going great. He had connected with them through the shoes, through doing something that they would connect with or whatever.
So
and I thought that was dope.
If you get a politician who he don't got to wear Jordans, I'm just saying like he more things down to earth or like because what you get out does that make you want to vote or not? Like not saying that you don't vote because I don't know, but I'm just saying would that make you more likely to even be interested in politics? Like damn, I see somebody that's really trying to relate.
It would.
I've always felt that way as well. Like even though with politics, again, you gotta fit into this certain structure, or the powers that be won't even allow you into the gate unless you got a lot of bread. And I just don't think that there's ever been somebody with a lot of bread like that who maybe was an entrepreneur, built their stage on their own, and didn't need other people's assistance or money.
She popped out.
That could do that.
Hold on, she popped out. Hold on, real quick. Okay. Nah, I'm trying to see something. I'm trying to see why the videos is no longer playing with the joint. I'm trying to understand why.
It's
so interesting that it just stopped playing. Damn, Wendy, we seen you came on camera, girl. Yeah, we seen you came on camera backstage. Nah.
You're a mess. Don't look at me. Do not look at me. I look so up. No, I had her titties out. My damn hair was out though. Looking crazy. Hair just be all over my head.
Get it back. Let's see.
When if somebody did come on here with the titties out, y'all look block them off here.
No, they wouldn't. They look first.
Yeah. Nah, we definitely gonna let it rock. People could do whatever they want to do. We accept people for who they are, even if they got their titties out. Then you gotta get up out of here, twin. All right, twin. Hello.
We gotta pay anything.
Somebody get on
Oh,
here
man,
with titty swinging. Y'all gonna be looking. Ain't no blocking nobody.
Yeah, we blocking. Yes, we are.
But you gonna look before you block.
Wait, vaginas. You know what a vagina is?
I forgot we got started like 7 shit. No, it's a little late. 6.
The vagina.
Around 6, no?
Better or better? It's one thing. A vagina. With vaginas. You know what a vagina is? Can't perform. A vagina is a vagina with an R. It doesn't make the vagina better or better. It's one thing. A vagina. The vagina is more royal than the vagina. It just has the R at it. The R makes it royal. Vagina. Say it. Say vagina.
Vagina.
See, that's what I'm talking. Vagina. Give me some of that vagina.
What's better, that
Okay, so
A minor?